For the show this year, we've got a brand new product that's just been launched. It's called the ES800, and it's an edging system and a tracer blocker to go with it as well. So for customers that have in-house glazing, it offers them a nice opportunity to offer a bespoke service to your customers. It has some really unique features on it.
So what we've wanted to do is simplify the process, try and remove any human errors and make it so anybody can use these machines. Down to simple daft things like where you would place your sticky pad traditionally on a button, it would be manual and you would stick it on, but it wouldn't always be precise. We've now came up with a little device so that it will take any human error out of placing the sticky pad on. Perfect every time. One of the things that we've always been asked for is speed. For a high production lab, some features can be a bit of a bottleneck. So what we've been able to do is streamline that, get rid of the bottlenecks and make everything flow a little bit. It used to be a case of either the edger would be the bottleneck or the tracer, and you had to have maybe one person running one machine, wait until you've got them all prepared, move them on to the next machine. So how we've managed to be able to get a faster machine, we still have the traditional tracing, but we've moved over to an optical trace. So we can take the customer's own lens or a demo lens, and we simply place it into the machine, trace the lens, and within a second, that's it, you've got your trace. This normally would take, which doesn't seem like a long time, maybe 30 seconds, but when you spread that across 60, 70 jobs in a day, this can save you a lot of time.
It's very quiet, it has a really nice look, so instead of being hidden at the back of a practice, it's something perhaps you could feature right at the front of the shop. And some of the two key features on it, or benefits, I guess, are the ability to offer a bespoke lens design service. So using a tablet, you have software where you can design your own shape for the lens.
What we've been able to do is supplement it with a web-based app, which can go on any telephone, any PC, as long as it's connected to the internet. And we can then show the customers designs, which we couldn't do that before unless it was on pen and paper. So it really enables us to be creative and sell that to the customer without having to take them out of the retail space to do that. So we can customise different shapes, inverted, which is it was something we could do in the past, but it was very labour intensive.
You could also do engravings, so if you had a young daughter or a young son, perhaps they're involved in sport, maybe they don't like the thought of wearing glasses too much, but you can engrave it with emojis or a football or their name, make it a bit more appealing for them to wear and a bit more customised. It's their own and they'll be proud to wear it. So it's a nice feature. You can sit down at the front of the shop with the dispensing optician, design the lenses, design their engravings, and then just push that through to a lab machine and they can create the job for you.
Moving over to the edger, what we haven't had before is user profiles. So it may be that somebody in practice speaks a different language or preferences, that some person might like to sham for every job, some people might not want to sham for every job. So we can set that up for them, so the machine's working for them rather than being just a generic machine. What we've tried to do is simplify the process. Before, we would have to have lots of little buttons, and sometimes if you didn't know what they were and you weren't someone that's familiar with the machines, you may not know the wording. We've tried to make it a lot more graphical so we can just tap the screen and it's a visual representation of what we're going to do. We can do a lot more different bevels on this machine to what we've maybe seen in the past. We have step bevels and high base bevels. So the step bevel's really, really good. At the moment, plastic rim frames are very, very popular. And when we see high minus lenses, they can be quite hard to edge and make the sides of the frame spray outwards. But what this does is it puts a special profile V on there and it mitigates that. So it's going to be aesthetically better for the patient and the product's going to last a lot longer. It
has a nice milling function, so it's able to mill the lens rather than grind it on traditional grinding wheels.
The ES system come in a 700, an 800 and then an M series. The M stands for milling. What the milling enables us to do is reduce the use of water. A lot of people are now conscious of the environment. We're using a lot of water. This reduces it and it also eradicates any risk of slippage.